So the biggest question we've had for the Galaxy S26 Pro is finally answered. Is the Pro just a fancy rename of the base model, or does it actually bring some Pro specs? Well, we've got some good news, and on top of that, I've got fresh updates on the entire S26 lineup. So let's get into it. What's up guys, Sal here. So if you missed it, Samsung is officially ditching the base S26 and replacing it with the Pro. That means the new lineup is S26 Pro, S26 Edge, and S26 Ultra. And ever since we heard this, the big question has been, is Samsung just slapping a new name on it, or is the hardware actually better? Turns out, yes, they're giving it actual upgrades. We've got new battery details today straight from Galaxy Club. And if memory serves, these guys are basically 100% accurate with leaks. According to them, the S26 Pro will pack a 4300 mAh battery. That's a 300 mAh bump from the S25. If the display size stays the same, that's a pretty meaningful increase. They also revealed the S26 Edge's battery, which comes in at 4200 mAh. Again, 300 mAh higher than the S25 Edge. And considering Samsung is making the Edge even thinner, this is actually really impressive. Now, Icenifer says his info puts the S26 Edge at 4400 mAh. He said he'll confirm it, but personally, I'm siding with Galaxy Club here because their track record is flawless. Either way, both the S26 Pro and S26 Edge are getting solid battery boosts. What about the S26 Ultra? Well, that's the one model that's stuck at 5000 mAh, same as last year. And yeah, airline regulations are to blame. Anything over 5300 mAh need a dual cell design like OnePlus uses. And Samsung isn't interested in that, at least not yet. On the camera side, the S26 Edge is also getting a bump. It's moving to a 50 megapixel ultra wide up from 12 megapixels. That means it now shares two cameras with the Ultra. Sure, there's still no dedicated telephoto, but the digital zoom up to 10x on the S25 Edge was surprisingly good. But still, a proper telephoto would have been nice because, let's be real, hardware beats software almost all the time. But this is still a decent step up. Back to the S26 Pro, I'm glad to see that battery increase. It will almost certainly be thinner than last year's base S25, but we don't have much else confirmed yet. If Samsung also improves the cameras, I think people will be fine with the Pro label, and even fine paying more for it if the upgrades are real. Honestly, if they added a periscope camera and tacked on an extra $100, I personally wouldn't mind. Some people wouldn't like that, sure, but judging by their recent sales, most people wouldn't. But let me know in the comments if you disagree. Now, some of you wondering, how can Samsung call it Pro if there's no base model? Well, that's where the FE comes in. It comes out later, but it's still part of the same family. My guess is that Samsung wants the FE to fill the entry-level spot in the lineup. It might still be called Fan Edition, but functionally is the new base model, especially if the S26 Pro keep getting camera upgrades. Now, people can say whatever they want about Samsung, confused, directionless, doing too much, cutting corners, but their mobile division is absolutely crushing it in 2025. Official sales numbers are out, and both the S25 series and the Fold 7 have been massive hits. Take the Fold 7 first. Samsung says it got more pre-orders in the US than any previous Fold, and sales are already up 50% year over year since the launch on July 25th. And it's not just the US, South Korea, India, Europe is breaking records everywhere. And the S25 lineup? Also a monstrous success. Look at the Q2 numbers in the US. Samsung sales are up 38% while Apple dropped 11% in market share. Apple's clearly struggling, whether it's the boring iPhone 16 launch or their AI mess up or the tariff drama. But Samsung, they're thriving. Remember all the outrage about the S25 launch and the Fold 7 missing features like the S Pen? Turns out the vast majority of buyers don't even care. Sales didn't just hold, but they're the best they've been in like about the last 5 years. Hopefully that doesn't give Samsung an excuse to ditch the S Pen entirely on Ultra models. Sure, we S Pen fans are a small group, but that pen is still the Ultra's single most unique feature. Take it away and it's just another big Samsung phone. Thankfully, the S26 Ultra is still expected to keep the S Pen with its built-in slot, but beyond that, I'm not so sure about future Ultras. If you want the 5 confirmed upgrades for the S26 Ultra, click right here and I'll see you there.